Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a powerful team. So we're gonna showcase a Clodsire team which had its community day this season, and I also think that this Pokemon is far way better without Sludge Bomb or Megahorn. So feel free to use Stone Edge and Earthquake, but by the time you use it, feel free to be unlucky like me over here because you're having an Azumarill right straight off the bat. So with that in mind, now we can easily go in with our Lantern, and I'm not gonna block anything, and as it seems they have no play rough at all. They have Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, two deadly moves for my Clodsire, but not deadly at all for my Lantern. As you can see here, they have a lot of energy, so I do not want to get the risk of getting hit by a simple Hydro Pump and deal some not very effective damage, but still kinda enough to threaten me at some point through my Lantern. So I want to protect this Pokemon, and as you can see here, I'm just gonna throw the Thunderbolt, then switch out to my Dragonite, and of course we're gonna have kind of a good closing matchup. Over here I'm having almost a triple Dragon Claw ready to go, and of course I do not have a second move on my Dragonite because these battles are some of my catch-up efforts, but still this team still works pretty well on the Open Great League, and you can see that in no time you can get some easy wins. Now at the back they have the Shadow Victory Bell, and of course we're gonna lose that farm down race, but still a few water guns later we can take this victory even against the worst possible scenarios. Into the next battle now trainers, and we're having a Gligar up in front, so another very bad lead in total for our Clodsire because we have nothing to throw here, and of course on the switch we have to bring our Lantern into play. So Dig is coming up and we're gonna take the move because we know we can survive the falling wing attacks, but as it seems my opponent decides to switch out right after. This is not that bad overall because we can definitely threat at least a shield here or flip around all the way towards our advantage that bad lead that we had. So Surf here is gonna take their own shield as it seems, and they can easily farm down at this point. Clodsire can easily go in though and start farming down all that crucial energy. By having one shield for the end game means that our Shadow Dragonite might be on the optimal scenario to destroy down whatever remains at the back. So Stone Edge here is what makes Clodsire great, and we still managed to catch one move on our Dragonite. Hopefully it is gonna be the Dig. Let's go trainers. Now at the back there is a Jellicent, and of course we need to respect the damage even from a Surf. So at this point all I want to do is to make them throw the remaining energy on the CMP, and by doing so we can still guarantee the shield knockout. So down goes now my Dragonite on the following Surf, but it doesn't matter at all because we know that Clodsire can have here the last laugh. So here comes now the Stone Edge, able to destroy down Jellicent, and all we need is another one before they reach to Dig, and we're gonna grab this victory with our Clodsire being turned from a leader into an amazing closer. Into the next battle now trainers, and we're having Gyarados up in front. You know what, this is not the end of the world or anything, we can still try to catch one move on our Lantern and we still manage to do so. Look at that, but unfortunately for us this Pokemon carries the move Dragon Breath, which is still gonna do a lot of damage to our Dragonite, which is Shadow, and yeah, we do not appreciate that at all. So anyways, we know that they still have one Aqua Tail ready to go on that Gyarados, and with that in mind now they're gonna switch out to their Quagsire. We can still pull off kind of a close battle with our Lantern here, which is pretty great if you ask me, and now Gyarados returns into the battle. All I want to do here is to grab some shields out of the way so that I can then finish off this Pokemon with a simple Stone Edge. I had a weak connection here which I don't know what happened, but still it happened. A lot of lag lately in Go Battle League, despite the fact that my phone is kinda new and I do not have any lag internet issues or whatever, so yeah, anyways, here comes now the Earthquake for big damage on my Pokemon, so as it seems I have to rely on my Dragonite for the closing part. Once again, my Clodsire though will not fall down that easy because we can survive the Stone Edge and answer back at them with a heavy hitting Stone Edge as well. They are gonna block, which is pretty good at this point. All we have to do is farm down, but those Shadow Dragon Breaths are just gonna do much more damage than mine because they are super effective on my end. Into the next battle now, trainers, and we're having the Galarian Stunfisk up in front. So this Pokemon is kinda troublesome, I believe, but still we can somehow deal some nice damage back at them. So Earthquake is gonna do definitely all the work here, while they cannot finish us off in one move either. So we need to take the Rock Slide, I believe, here, but we can still survive while we still have one more Earthquake for big damage on their Pokemon. They decide to block, which is pretty big here, and all I want to do at this point is to sacrifice my next shield on my Lantern so that I can farm a little bit extra, as it seems over here with my water guns. At the back, let's see now what they have. It is gonna be Axelgor, and I'm gonna go straight for the Thunderbolt because I know that this Pokemon is gonna take the move and then try to get to the Nuke. They cannot reach to the Focus Blast, which is great news for me, and now at the back there is a Jellicent, so we're gonna take this victory after they forfeit this battle. Now against the Lantern, we're just gonna stay in there with our Clodsire, even though we do not have Mudshot, because a simple Earthquake can still do the job kinda. So here comes now the Surf. We know that with Spark we can definitely withstand another Surf with ease. So as you can see here, it is all about getting to the next Nuke for my Pokemon. So they're getting the Overfarm for sure, counting my moves as well and trying to get those CMPs on their side, but we know better because we were counting their own moves, so down they go now to the Stone Edge. At the back they have this Noctowl, which is pretty much great news for me because they can farm down, but still they need to sacrifice a shield in the process, and at this point we have the perfect alignment. So now my Lantern is definitely gonna go in, and I know that I definitely need to shield one Shadow Ball for sure on my Pokemon over here. Another Shadow Ball is coming up, but I definitely need that final shield for my Shadow Dragonite for the end game. Now they have a Quagsire at the back, and all we have to do here is to reach to those back-to-back serves. Number 1 serve is coming up and number 2 right on the way. So all we have to do here is to switch out to our Dragonite, and I was counting the moves here, so I had the feeling that they went for a couple extra, and yeah, here comes now the bait with that Mud Bomb and the Stone Edge to finish off Dragonite, which is kinda unlucky. So at this point we can still farm down with our Lantern and have the chance to get to the Thunderbolt for the Nuke to end this battle into an amazing turnaround victory for our team. Into the next battle now, trainers, and we're having the Shadow Ninetales from Alola. You know, this Pokemon is pretty troublesome, especially with Powder Snow, but hopefully they decide to switch out to that Umbreon of theirs. Where is Megahorn when you need it, right? And now on the switch, we're gonna bring in there our Dragonite after we tank at least one move. Now they have 0 energy, so they need 4 of those Snarls to get to their next move, and I always want to bait for a potential superpower here, but since they have Alola Ninetales, I'm not sure if they want to do that to shield their Umbreon. They can definitely farm it down if they want to, and at this point I have an extra Dragon Claw ready to go. They are gonna block, which is going absolutely according to plan, since now I have 2 Pokemon that can definitely finish off Alola Ninetales, so it all depends on what they might be having at the back. I'm not gonna bring my Clodsire yet into play. I want to farm some extra water guns from them, and they have at the back a Pokemon like Quagsire, which is pretty great for me. I know now that they have Powder Snow or on their Ninetales, so the battle is definitely not over yet. And since they are gonna get here to the Mud Bomb, we're getting super close to fainting, so I definitely need to go ahead and shield my Lantern here, trying to get to that desperate last second serve, but I was expecting the switch as well. So here comes now the switch on the Ninetales, and of course we can finish off this Pokemon kinda easy with our moves. So here comes now Weather Ball. We can kinda survive the move while we have the Stone Edge ready to go as well. I'm gonna stop tapping here. This is no lag at all. I want them to finish me off so that then that Quagsire will farm no extra energy. We can get here to the surf after that crazy under tap that we did, and we can get that victory against this trainer in a very close one. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're facing a Hitmontop up on the lead. So to my surprise, Hitmontop is kind of a core breaker for this team because of Triple Axel, and they can get there much faster than we can to our move, so that is gonna be kind of a big bummer. So they're gonna switch out after they use one Triple Axel to that Altaria, which is pretty great for me. One Stone Edge to do about half, and of course the Dragon Balls will just finish off the remaining HP they might be having. So Jellicent now on the switch, and of of course we can get there to the double dragon claw before they do anything weird, and we grab the shield in the process. Actually 2 shields, okay. So now Lander is gonna go in, we definitely know their whole alignment, and all we have to do here is to stay ahead on shields. So Hitmontop now returns into the battle, just gonna get as soon as possible we can to the Thunderbolt, and right after we are gonna switch out to our Clodsire because I was pretty sure they were having either a Stone Edge or a close combat ready to go. Able to farm down in the process, and now Jellicent has nothing to do here because we can easily finish them off with the Earthquake, but before they gonna go down, they're just gonna unleash the Surf, but at this point makes no sense at all, and we're gonna grab this victory no matter what. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. I hope you had a nice time watching this video, and if you did, just like it or even subscribe to the channel if you are new to my content. With that said, I have 2 videos for you to check out, feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into the next one.